But we're gonna do a political compass test. And the way I'm gonna start this section is say, I didn't vote. Now, before anyone gets triggered, hands up. Hands off the keyboard, hands off the phone. Hands up before anyone gets triggered. I didn't vote simply because I knew who was gonna win, and then I would have voted a third party. I don't need to give any more reasoning. Hands up off the keyboard before you start typing your hate. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than in the interest of transnational corporations. What does that mean, chat? Fuck is economic globalization? Refers to the increased interdependence of world economies as a result of the growing scale of cross-border. Oh, yeah. It should primarily serve you. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Strongly disagree. I understand being patriotic for the America, the US of fucking A. I understand being patriotic, but being delusional is a completely different thing from being patriotic. Being delusional is one thing. Being patriotic is another. No one chooses their country at birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I slightly agree. Like what? We were just one little sperm in our father's dick, and we ended up being the one that won the race. I slightly agree with that. I slightly agree. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. So basically, you're asking me if I'm racist. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. But no, our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. You just had to ask me if I'm racist. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Agree. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I slightly disagree. There's now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. You're worried that information and entertainment are combining? I don't think that's bad. I disagree. How's that bad? People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. I agree. If you have more money, and like for example, if you're a middle class in the US, you're rich in most of South America. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Strongly disagree. That's such an obvious question in my opinion. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment. They require regulation. Every single corporation needs regulations. Like, that's a fucking obvious. And because they don't care about the environment, it's more about the economy. Duh, they're gonna need it's obvious. Like, I don't think I need to explain that one. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need. It's a fun from each according to his ability, to each according his need. I didn't think I was signing up for poetry when I tried taking the political compass test. What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? It's a slogan popular by Karl Marx in 1975. What does that mean though? What does it mean? From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Like, you only serve your own needs if you have the ability to do so. I guess I agree, or I don't understand it at all. The freer the market, the freer the people. I don't think a market should be that free. At the end of the day, I think every single person and every single thing should have regulation. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled branded consumer product. I disagree. At the end of the day, anything that anyone can make money off of, they're gonna make it. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. I disagree. Literally, as I said, anything you can sell, you can make money off of. Including land. I agree with that. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. If this is basically saying eat the rich, and that bullshit, I disagree. It doesn't matter whether you contribute to your society or not. It's your choice. You can do whatever you want with your money. Whether it's manipulated or not, it's your money. Protectionism is something necessary in trade. Is the economic policy of restricting imports from other countries through methods such as tariffs on imported goods, import quotas, and a variety. Oh, so taxes, basically. I agree. No, I disagree, actually. The reason I disagree, whenever you order something from Amazon in a South American country, they add $100 for import costs. Whether that thing be costing $5 or like $500, you're still gonna get that $100 baseline, like, import tax. So I disagree. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. I disagree. I think the responsibility of a company would be to A, be careful about the environment with whatever you're making. B, of course, profit its shareholders. That's like the main job, but not their only job. The rich are too highly taxed. I wouldn't know. I'm not rich. Strongly disagree. Because you're taxed based on how much you make. If you make a lot, you're gonna get taxed a lot. If you make a little, you're gonna get taxed a little. Whoa, taxes! Scary. Ludwig is shaking right now. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Basically, you're asking me whether I believe in universal healthcare. I slightly disagree. I don't strongly disagree. I slightly disagree, right? Now here's the reason I slightly disagree. I don't fully disagree because, again, actually my reasoning is so fucking stupid. I just went through it in my head and it was just so stupid. Never mind, I strongly disagree. Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Yeah, strongly agree. What the fuck? Have you seen those porn ads? Like there's this hot mom 5 miles away from you. That's so misleading. They should get punished for that shit. What the fuck? A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Yeah, I agree. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. I'm playing, chat. I'm playing, chat. I'm playing. I'm joking. Blue-haired bitches, relax. I'm joking. All authorities should be questioned. Agree. I think everybody should be questioned. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I don't agree because an eye for an eye makes the world blind. Shout out to J. Cole for those lyrics, I think J. Cole. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. No, but again, most public schools can't pay for themselves. So I'm gonna use that as a baseline. Like, most public schools cannot pay for themselves. I'm gonna agree. I'm not gonna strongly agree. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I agree. But here's my reasoning, right? Here's my reasoning. I agree because if you have like an internship outside of school and you have to like take days off from school to do that, fuck yeah, do it. Fuck yeah, that's fantastic. Do it. But if you're simply just not going to school to not go to school because you're quote unquote sick, fuck no, that's stupid. That's why I don't strongly agree. That's the only reason. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Strongly disagree. Do parents sometimes have to spank their children? Sometimes yes. Sometimes when they wild out. Like, for example, if you curse out your parents. There's some times where yes, they have to. But I think 99% of the time, they don't have to. But I agree. And again, I also know the science of like why you shouldn't spank your children, because it also causes depression. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from the parents. Fuck yeah, strongly agree. What the fuck? My first and second girlfriend, I didn't tell them about. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Strongly agree. Having a bottle of alcohol on you, even if you're above 21, is more dangerous than having a tiny bit of weed. The prime function of school should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Because here's the thing, right? One part is finding jobs and the other part is becoming CEOs and being able to be independent. So I'm gonna do agree instead of strongly agree. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Strongly disagree. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Disagree. I think the most important thing for children to learn is to accept themselves, how they are as people, their personality, etc., etc. There are no savages and civilized people. There are only different cultures. Okay. I understand what it's saying. Like, for example, I'm gonna take it off the deep end, but like, stay with me, chat, all right? For example, cannibalism. Maybe in some culture somewhere, it's okay for cannibalism to happen. In South America, right? They eat the cow's blood. Like, they take the blood, they dry it up into a sausage, and they eat it. In the US, they don't do that. But I'd agree. I'd agree with this one. I'd agree with this. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society support. I agree. If you're not willing to work, or at least try to find a job and work, you don't deserve support. When you're in trouble, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. I strongly disagree. I think you should face your problems head on. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their country. I disagree. I strongly disagree. My mom was an immigrant. She integrated herself just fine. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. Disagree. That's all I got to say. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. I disagree. If the public is willing to pay, they can pay if they want. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I'd agree. For example, airport security. I swear I've had 5 police officers touch my cock searching for something. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in the democratic political system. I strongly disagree. I think the arguments are actually debates and actually lead to better understanding of both parties. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I disagree, because I don't want someone violating my fucking privacy. For example, if you put a camera in, they put a camera in the bathroom to make sure people aren't fucking in there, that's still me pulling out my dick and taking a piss. That's still me getting my rights and privacy violated. The death penalty should be an option. This one's a juicer. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. I strongly disagree. Why? Because I think it's worse to rot in a jail cell than be able to get out of it scotch-free, you know what I mean? In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. We have laws to abide to, and if those laws didn't exist, we would be living within the purge. We would be living the actual Purge movie. So yeah, I agree. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. I strongly disagree. I think anything can be art. Not everything has to have a meaning. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. I strongly disagree. I think rehabilitation should be the main prime focus when taking in a criminal. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I don't think either are more important than the other. I strongly disagree. One is creativity and the other one is white collar, and the buildings you see outside your house, they built that. The land that they have, they probably sold you that. I strongly disagree. I don't think any is more important than the other. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Strongly disagree. Not every single mom is going to end up a homemaker. Not every dad is going to be the worker of the house. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. I disagree. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. No, disagree. I think maturity comes when you're able to make your own decision whether the establishment is good or bad, and you can lead to that change. Astrology actually explains many things. No way you just asked me that. Let's check our horoscopes, chat. You've never been good at taking orders, especially if they're delivered by a higher up with a chip on their shoulder. Under those circumstances, you'll go out of your way to do exactly what you've been told not to do, and you'll go about it with gleeful irreverence. You're in just that type of mood right now, so if you don't absolutely have to be around an authority figure, you're already at odds with do something else. You're right where you belong with the psychic love reading. Bitch, I'm lonely as fuck. What love? Are you fucking stupid? Let's strongly disagree with that, bitch. Back. You cannot be moral without being religious? No, because I think you can get your morals from your parents. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I agree. Some people are naturally unlucky. I strongly disagree. I think you make your own luck. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Strongly disagree. I feel like my child should be able to make its own decision. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. I strongly agree. Chat. You're a bunch of disgusting motherfuckers. Imagine having sex before you're married. That is disgusting, chat. I am disappointed in you. But no, I strongly disagree. I disagree. Duh, that's so fucking obvious. That's obvious. That's obvious. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the strongly disagree. What the fuck? Duh. Depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Strongly agree. Y'all acting like it's only like 18-year-olds and up watching. Oh, yay, I hit 18. Finally, I can watch porn. What? No, there's kids that watch this shit. Stop being so non-transparent. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Strongly agree, my bad. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Strongly disagree. What? These days, openness about sex has gone too far. Strongly disagree. I feel like the more open we are, the better a society we become. Oh shit, we're gonna find out how we stand. Let's go! Economic scale and social scale. I'm a libtard! Wait, am I like Gandhi? Chat. I'm like Gandhi, baby. I'm a libtard, chat. I'm a fucking libtard. What the fuck? I'm like Gandhi, baby. We're Gandhi. I'm the new Gandhi of this bitch. I'm the new Gandhi of this bitch, bro. Ooh.
Blame it hot, but you know I ain't talking Cheetos. And I ain't want that bitch, so I threw her like a free throw. Wanna come for me, but you better come discreet though. I ain't even mad, what I do is what I see though. Spanish mommy on me, she be singing Despacito. Felice though, all these niggas mad cause police though. Free those locked up in the system, that's that fucking reason.